KAMEK MILIH Nancy echoes in Santubong. Busy day for HASBI in the 15th general election. Cops ready for polling day in SIBU. Bringing you the eye on the news tonight. You're now with me, Shelsha Metro, and this is TVS Nightline. A song called KAMEK MILIH Nancy, or I Choose Nancy, sang in the Sarawak Malay dialect, was used throughout the campaigning period by GPS Santubong candidate Dr. Sri Nancy Shukri. The song was blared out from loudspeakers to attract the attention of crowds in the constituency. Now, Amira Shawel shares with us the final hours of campaigning in Santubong.
Thank you, studio. Let me tell you an interesting fact about KAMEK MILIH Nancy. It was a song produced by former rector of the Akademi Seni Budaya dan Warisan Kebangsaan Aswara, Associate Professor Dr. Saha Sa'di Hashim, and is based on the concept of joy and happiness, and is performed by Aswara students. To get a sneak peek of the song, let's have a listen. Meanwhile, in Malaysia's general election this time, Undi 18 has definitely become a hot topic based on election committee EC statistics. 129,034 young voters aged between 18 and 20 in Sarawak are eligible to vote in GE15. And what I can share with you is, after interviewing the young voters aged 18 and above, they definitely show high maturity value in politics. They understand the development needed in their areas, the obligated values that the representative they want in a leader, and a representative that can voice their problems well in the parliament. With that, they also acknowledge how important it is to go and vote tomorrow, and that is definitely a positive reaction shown by our young voters. And I can see why the candidates here in Santubong seats are trying their best to win the hearts of young voters in the final days of campaigning. And I think that is some of the things that I can share with you on the final day of campaigning for general election. And it's Amira Shawel and Muhammad Khairuddin reporting from Santubong.
Thank you, Amira. Now, the Gabungan Party Sarawak GPS Limbang candidate Dr. HASBI Habibullah and his election machinery have been going all around Limbang to ensure the people understand the importance of GPS's stand for the people's rights in Sarawak. At the same time, the Election Commission will be on the alert for any possibility of flooding in Limbang with the help of various other agencies. Now we have our reporter on the line, Akmal Saleh, to give us more on in-depth coverage regarding the matter.
Thank you, studio. The Election Commission EC is fully prepared to face the possibility of flooding come polling day tomorrow to ensure voters, especially those in the rural areas, are able to fulfill their responsibility as citizens. As such, the Gabungan Party Sarawak GPS Limbang candidate Dato' HASBI Habibullah said the people must go out and vote. HASBI also pledged that the state government and EC are well prepared to cope with the weather condition. Looking at the current weather condition and forecast, it is not a surprise to find out that polling stations will be flooded, with some even having to be moved depending on the situation. However, HASBI assured Limbang residents not to worry, as he is sure that the government and the Election Commission will monitor the situation not only in Limbang or Sarawak but the whole country. Meanwhile, on the the final day of campaigning, HASBI setting have gone smoothly thus far. This time around, the parliamentary seat for P221 Limbang constituency will witness a total of 41,999 eligible voters to cast their vote on polling day. Of the amount, there are more than 15,000 voters comprising from the youth. In the parliament, the total density of the population is 45,061 people with a parliament area of 4,211 square kilometers. In GE14, HASBI, who represented Barisan Nasional BN at that time, won with 12,589 votes, having recorded a majority of 7,710 votes. He defeated the candidate from PKR, namely Dr. Ricardo Yampil Baba, who only garnered 4,879 votes. That's all the update I have for today. I'm Akmal Saleh and videographer Fikri Raza, TVS reporting live from Limbang. Thank you. Return to the studio.
Thank you, Akmal, for the details. Now, moving on. A total of 635 police personnel in SIBU will be deployed to maintain the safety of the public and the voting process at polling centres in SIBU. Kanawit District Police Chief DSP Tega Bilong and the SIBU District Police Chief ACP Zulkifli Sohaili assured that their entire team is prepared to ensure a smooth voting process. Now, Madeline Dugat, who was in talks with Tega and Zulkifli, will share with us the preparation made by PDRM.
Terima kasih rakan setugas di studio, izinkan saya berbahasa Melayu. Sekarang ini saya berada di Parlimen P212 SIBU dan berbaki satu hari lagi Malaysia akan turun mengundi pada 19 November ini, yang mana rakyat bakal menentukan kerajaan baharu yang akan memimpin negara. Apa yang dapat saya kongsikan setelah meninjau persiapan pihak PDRM SIBU dan PDRM Kanawit untuk hari pengundian pilihan raya umum ke-15 esok. Dan saya juga sempat menemu bual Ketua Polis SIBU ACP Zulkifli Sohaili dan Ketua Polis Daerah Kanawit DSP Tega Bilong berkenaan persiapan PDRM menjelang PRU ke-15 kali ini. Untuk itu, kita saksikan dahulu laporan yang telah saya sediakan.
Di peringkat kita, pihak PDM mempunyai kekuatan 635 orang yang akan bertugas sepanjang tempoh pemohongan undi nanti, dan kita juga dibantu oleh pihak rela seramai 120 orang. Selain daripada penugasan PRU, pihak PDM Bintu di SIBU menyediakan kekuatan anggota dan juga pegawai dalam kita menghadapi MTL. Jika berlaku sebarang monsun Timur Laut, kita mempunyai kekuatan untuk memastikan keadaan boleh terkawal.
P210 esok, Parlimen Kanawit, kami yang akan bertugas besok sudah pun bersiap sepenuhnya lah untuk menghadapi situasi dan proses pengundian pada hari esok. Dan setakat ini IPD Kanawit terdiri daripada 170 anggota dan pegawai yang akan dikerahkan untuk menjaga 75 saluran pada hari esok, pembuangan undi esok. Dan setakat ini kita bersyukur sebab dalam suasana berkempen ini tidak ada perkara-perkara yang tidak diingini berlaku. Semua ejen calon dan juga parti yang bertanding kali ini memberi kerjasama yang baik dalam berkempen dengan cara yang baik dan tidak ada menimbulkan apa-apa isu yang boleh dikatakan menimbulkan kegaduhan ataupun lain-lain provokasi.
Baik, sedikit info. Jumlah pengundi layak di Parlimen SIBU ialah seramai 105,875 dan Parlimen Lanang 87,356 pengundi pada pilihan raya umum ke-15 kali ini. Saya juga difahamkan proses pengundian bermula dari jam 7.30 pagi hingga 5.30 petang. Saya kira ini saja yang dapat saya kongsikan dari Parlimen P212 SIBU. Saya menduga dan juru kamera Anthony. Kita kembali ke studio.
And that was the report from Madeline Dugat in SIBU. Many thanks, Madeline. Now, the GE15 campaign remains a challenging task for campaigners in the rural areas of Sarawak. Faced with limited access to no internet coverage, does not slow down or be a reason to engage with the people. Kapit incumbent Dr. Sri Alexander Nantalinggi said he wants to make use of social media to reach out as much as possible. However, it is almost impossible to convey his campaign messages across to each community in the constituency. Now, on the final day of campaigning in Kapit, we have our colleague on the ground, Febright James. Go ahead, Febright.
Baik, terima kasih rakan setugas di studio. Pertama sekali izinkan saya untuk berbahasa Melayu. Baik, untuk perkembangan dari Kapit ni, saya akan rangkumkan aktiviti berkempen oleh calon gabungan Parti Sarawak GPS yang di P215 Parlimen Kapit ini, iaitu Datuk Sri Alexander Nantalinggi, di mana beliau rancak menyantuni masyarakat dari pelbagai lapisan yang ada di Kapit ini. Baik, sepanjang mengikuti kempen Datuk Sri Alex, boleh saya katakan sambutan masyarakat terhadap beliau amat meriah sekali, di mana beliau bukan asing lagi apabila beliau telah menjadi ahli Parlimen Kapit sejak daripada tahun 1999 lagi, dan tempoh berkempen bagi calon GPS disemarakkan lagi dengan pelbagai aktiviti termasuk Majlis Pemimpin Bersama Rakyat yang turut dihadiri oleh rakan parti iaitu Datuk Ahmad Douglas Ugambas, Datuk Dr. Anwar Rapai, Adun Ketibas Lidam Hassan dan Adun Bukit Goram Jefferson Jamin Unyat, dan beliau turut menggunakan kaedah tradisional iaitu mengagihkan buletin Kapit yang menggariskan segala projek pembangunan yang telah dibawakan dan akan dibawa di Kapit ini. Selain itu juga beliau turut menggunakan platform media sosial seperti Facebook untuk berkempen. Kalau boleh kongsikan sedikit pembangunan yang telah dilaksanakan di Kapit ini, termasuk akses jalan raya yang baik menghubungkan SIBU, Kenawit dan Kapit yang sedikit sebanyak membuka lembaran baru kepada perkembangan sosioekonomi di Kapit ini. Selain itu juga, pembangunan belia juga tidak diketepikan di mana Kolej Profesional Mara akan dibina di Kapit ini. Banyak lagi projek pembangunan di luar bandar, terutamanya di Rumah Panjang, telah dilaksanakan seperti bekalan air bersih, bekalan elektrik 24 jam, jalan raya, baik pulih rumah panjang dan sebagainya. Hasil kerjasama yang baik di antara ahli parlimen dan juga adun di ketiga-tiga dun ini yang termasuk Adun Ketibas, Adun Pelagus dan Adun Bukit Goram, dan ahli parlimen GPS itu Datuk Sri Alexander Nantalinggi sebelum ini. Itu mengenai kempen calon GPS bagi P215. Baik, bagi pengundi pula, apa yang dapat saya kongsikan sejak semalam, Pasar Kapit telah sesak lebih dari kebiasaannya, di mana pengundi menunaikan tanggungjawab mereka dengan balik mengundi di kampung halaman masing-masing dan tempat mengundi telah ditetapkan. Perang bendera juga turut rancak di sepanjang tempoh berkempen di Pasar Kapit ini, di mana kita boleh lihat pelbagai bendera dari ketiga-tiga parti ini telah pun digantung di sekitar Pasar Kapit ini dan bangunan yang ada di sini. Saya kira itu saja perkembangan yang dapat saya bawakan dari Kapit ini. Saya Febright James dan juru kamera Muhammad Rafiq melaporkan untuk TVS Kapit. Kita kembali semula ke studio. Silakan.
Thank you for the information, Febright. Now on to the next story. Traffic flow was slow-moving on major highways in Peninsular Malaysia on Friday, as Malaysians returned to vote to their hometowns in the 15th general election GE15 tomorrow. Earlier, we have our reporter Douglas Elliott in Kuala Lumpur on the report.
In less than 24 hours, Malaysians will be heading to the polls. Now, here in the capital city, it's a bit out of the ordinary for a Friday evening, as voters have begun heading back to their respective hometowns for the election as early as last night, taking advantage of the public holiday today as well as tomorrow. Now, candidates as well were on full throttle on the last leg of their campaign journey, as the campaign period will end exactly at around 11:59 p.m. tonight. Now, early in the week, on Wednesday, research company YouGov published a report of Malaysian voters' sentiment. And today, it published another report of Malaysian voters' confidence of the nation's future. Not surprisingly, 75% of respondents said they are worried of the nation's future. However, those in the 35 to 49 age group were more optimistic, with 19% expressing their confidence. Now, together with 20% of rural voters with the same positive outlook. Conversely, 78% of voters above 50 were more concerned of their future, and 79% of urban voters feel similarly. Now, on Malaysian economic outlook, a resounding 36% expected to worsen over the next 12 months period. And those were the quick findings of YouGov in the final run-up to GE15. Now, to everyone out there, remember to exercise your rights, your civic duty, and to cast your vote tomorrow. Now, as over 8,958 polling centres will be open from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. for Sarawak and Sabah, and 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. for West Malaysia. Now, who will form the next set of government? The choice is in your hands. Douglas Elliott and Faiz Zulkifli, TVS Kuala Lumpur.
Thank you very much for the insight, Douglas. Now, tonight is the last push for political parties to win the 15th general election. And tomorrow, almost 21 million Malaysians will fulfill their responsibilities to choose their new leaders. The question is, who is going to win this election with a majority to form a new government? On the line, we have Amirul Mukminin reporting from Sabah. Go ahead, Amirul.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl, for live from Kuching tonight. Tonight we in here in Kota Kinabalu before 11:59 p.m. as the rise of the voice with the ending of the campaign political in GE15. So tonight we're about to summarize about all the campaigns around Sabah, especially in area Kota Kinabalu for the 15th general election, which is about to become a big event on Saturday. And tomorrow, we have a questions. Why people should go out to vote. And tonight, we have Yusri over here, who actually would like to talk to us and give his opinion why we should go out to vote. And Yusri, I have a question for you. Why should we go out vote for tomorrow?
For voting, it's the responsibility of the people of Malaysia, and for our to relieve ourselves from the responsibility, we have to go to the vote. And because why voting is important, we are choosing who will lead our country, and it will shape our future lah. Yeah.
So that was his answer, to choose the right leaders for this country. To the people at home who is watching right now, we must realize that we need the right government to govern us. Get back to you, Cheryl. Thank you.
And that was, of course, an interesting update from Amirul Mukminin and also the voices of the people from Sabah. Now, coming up right after the break, Tottenham's words to hold dear. More than 6 billion ringgit was spent on the people. Right here on TVS Nightline. Stay tuned.
...22 kerusi dipertandingkan, siapa yang bakal merebut majoriti mudah 122?
Adakah Sarawak bakal jadi kingmaker? 23 parti politik daripada pelbagai blok bersaing hebat untuk menuju ke Putrajaya.
Pertembungan bukan sahaja 2 atau 3 penjuru, malah ada sehingga 10 penjuru.
Ikuti laporan komprehensif Hari Mengundi bersama wartawan TVS dari pelbagai lokasi.
Apa yang dapat saya laporkan?
Kesemua mereka yang bertanding bakal merebut 222 kerusi.
Calon yang akan bertanding dalam pilihan raya utama ke-15 kali ini.
Dan jangan ketinggalan keputusan PRU 15 serta analisis pakar pada sebelah petang dan malam.
Laksanakan hak datanggjawab anda sebagai warga negara dengan mengundi pada 19 November ini.
Saksikan liputan Hari Penentuan Pilihan Raya Umum ke-15 secara langsung dan berterusan pada 19 November ini bermula jam 7.30 pagi dalam Malaysia Decides hanya di TVS saluran 122. 222 kerusi.
Welcome back to the Nightline. The advice of the former Chief Minister of Sarawak, the late Pain Sri Adinan Satem, continues to be cherished by the leaders of Gabungan Party Sarawak or GPS on fighting for Sarawak's rights and defend it from foreign elements. Its chairman, Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng said Sarawakians should ensure that GPS can represent all its 31 candidates in Parliament after the 15th general election results are announced tomorrow night.
Ada GPS, negara kita kucak-kacir. Kucak-kacir negara kita. Pelaburan si datang, inflasi datang, lekak COVID. Kita mau kerjaan yang stabil, yang kuat. Jadi yang itu Ismail Sabri beri balik kuasa dengan rakyat. Sebab dalamnya masih bergaduh. Masih bergaduh. Sebab bila saya kata budaya Melayu jangan dibawa ke Sarawak. Parti Melayu jangan sekali terdapat di Sarawak. Minta maaf saya kalau ada orang Melayu situ. Bila ada orang Melayu situ, kita boleh kerjasama demi untuk negara Malaysia. Tetapi budaya kita Sarawak mesti dipertahankan.
Abang Johari said this when speaking at Sarawak Ku Sayang program at Sri Kalaka main stage at Sarato on Friday. According to him, political party culture in the peninsula differs to Sarawak and reminded the voters to refrain from dwelling on their political ploy.
Jangan sekali kita beri tapak dan sidap Melayu itu dari sudut politik, kerana politik kita berlainan. Dengan kedaya, tuntai kedaya, saya pun kedaya mempertahankan budaya kita. Memanglah pribadi lain. Kalau hal negara, pribadi si masuk. Sama dengan baik kasih baikkah, ya itulah padanya. Tapi negara tidak boleh berkisar kepada pribadi. Lebih-lebih lagi punya seorang. Kita bertanding dalam kawasan 31. Sebab GPS nak mempertahankan kedaulatan negeri Sarawak, sovereign state.
The Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng said that the state government has spent a total of 6.7 billion ringgit to ease the people's burden during the COVID-19 pandemic. The expenditure comprises of funding costs for mass vaccination statewide and various other help, including food baskets. He pointed out that the people of Sarawak were the main contributing force behind the success of the government in facing the pandemic.
Di Sarawak tu kita dapat menandai COVID ini atas kerjasama daripada kerajaan, rakyat dan juga volunteer kita yang telah dapat sedikit sebanyak mengurangkan kesan COVID ini. Dan dalam hal inilah rakyat menghadapi banyak masalah. Kena nak berdagang pun susah. Dan dalam masa yang sama kita terpaksa mendapatkan vaksin. Di Sarawaklah teruk sekali kerana kawasan kita luas. Kita pergi ke rumah panjang. Kita pergi ke kampung-kampung untuk memberikan vaksin kepada rakyat Sarawak. Dan ongkosnya tinggi. Kerajaan pusat hanya memberi vaksin. Kalau nak pergi menemui rakyat kita, kita guna helikopter, kita guna motor, kita guna perahu dan seterusnya. Ini semua ditanggung oleh kerajaan Sarawak sendiri demi untuk menyelamatkan rakyat kita yang berhadapan dengan COVID. Kita orang datang ke Sarawak, kita kuarantin dalam hotel, diberi makan. Ini semua tanggung kerajaan Sarawak. Dan lepas lihat, kita tahulah apabila PKP kita si boleh keluar. Dan dalam rumah pun tidur bilik lain, bini bilik lain. takut jangki. Ini yang berlaku, tapi kita rasa syukur. Walaupun dalam keadaan genting kedaya, kerana kita sayang dengan rakyat Sarawak, kerajaan rela berkorban memberi peruntukan 6.7 bilion ringgit.
Also present were Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Datuk Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, Deputy Minister of Women, Early Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, Muhammad Razi Sitam, Korean Assemblyman, Friday Belik and Kalaka Assemblyman, Muhammad Duri.
A vote for Gabungan Party Sarawak is a vote for a stable, progressive and prosperous Sarawak. Its chairman, Datuk Tan Sri Abang Johari Terbang said a GPS win can ensure a strong voice in Parliament that enables the state government to secure, protect and restore more of Sarawak's rights.
The Premier said this in his appeal letter to Sarawak voters. He pleaded to all his beloved Sarawakians to come out in full force to vote for GPS like in the 12th state election in 2021. With GPS track record, he pledged that the GPS government would continue to care and provide for the well-being of the B40, M40, younger generation, students, workers, traders, senior citizens, the less privileged, civil servants and every Sarawakian no matter of race and religion. In the letter, Abang Johari urged all Sarawakians to continue to love and care for Sarawak.
Now on to the next highlight. Getaran Jiwa preliminary round finally comes to an end. The seat for the semi-finals has been secured. For more details, we have Kamila Yunus reporting from the site. Kamila, fill in with the details.
Thank you, Cheryl. The fifth week of Getaran Jiwa features 5 participants from Sarawak and a single representative from Perak, Johor and Sabah. And just a few moments ago, we saw 2 more contestants who qualified for the semi-finals, namely Afif Tenor and Hasbi, where each got the highest mark, namely 61 and 56. Unfortunately, 6 more participants, namely Yunadia, Amim, Fadel, Austin, Megawati and Hans, did not make it to the semi-finals even though they give their best in the concert. But one shocking thing during revelation is the host announced contestants who were not previously selected had the chance to compete again at Getaran Jiwa concert. And the thing here is the fans or viewers can save them through voting, and the result will be revealed on each semi-final episode of Getaran Jiwa, which consists 2 episodes before final. I wish I had more time to talk, to share, but that's all the time I got today. So don't forget to watch Getaran Jiwa every Friday at 8:45 PM only on TVS channel 122 Astro and My TV. I'm Kamila Yunus and videographer Rifan Suhaimi reporting for TVS, and back to you, Cheryl.
Thank you, Kamila, for the highlight. Now that's all the time we have for TVS Nightline. I'm Cheryl Chaminato. Thank you for watching.